I found habits that I actually care about, that make me feel good, I see the results of, and it's not hard. The wake up at 5 a.m. and the drink your smoothie and the, you know, all of that crap. Like, it's just, why? Because I was starting to realize I just didn't want to. Like, I just didn't care to be as productive. In the past few months, I've honestly just been very negative, like very jealous of people, and not jealous in the way that I'm not happy for them, but jealous in the way where all I'm looking on it and thinking about is, why can't that be me? Honestly, I get very exhausted very easily when I talk about my goals sometimes, and I'm feeling exhausted as I speak about it right now. Sometimes I just feel like a lot of the things I want to achieve, they're not my goals. Feeling things like, is everyone actually as happy as they're pretending to be? If they are, again, I'm just jealous. But again, it's just not my business. It's very interesting how deflective, is that a word? How much I deflect my own thoughts when they get too deep. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and we're gonna talk today. We're just gonna get into it. I want to kind of talk about how my January, February, and March, well, March hasn't even been here yet. I want to talk about how January and February have been, and I kind of want to talk about March. So kind of in the way of like a goal reflecting, but we're not really talking about the goals, we're talking about me. If you guys are new, hi, my name is Keiana, and y'all already know what the video is going to be about. So tell me, before we even get into it though, tell me the setup isn't a little cute, you know what I'm saying? It's so, the irony is that my monstera is dying. I think I'm bringing her back to life though, but I low-key feel like she's dying, but here am I using her as a prop for this video, which is going to be very contradictory to some of the things I talk about in this video. So if you guys see the chapters of the video, you're gonna already kind of know what I plan to talk about. So I'm gonna just kind of break down how my months have been going. So let's start off with early January. And when I say we're getting into it, we're getting into it. So early January, I was very much in my girl boss vibe mode, you know, like as girl boss can be, like just very productive, very motivated, very excited for the year, you know, the new year, new me kind of energy. And I'm not gonna downplay or discredit or act like that version of myself wasn't, you know, in a good, healthy space, because she definitely was. But I definitely just ran in with more energy than was sustainable, right? And I knew that. I said it many times in my vlogs, like I have so much momentum and energy, so I'm gonna, you know, just go full speed, or whatever the term is. I was gonna go into it, dive into it. I do wish I gave myself a bit more grace, because I think that's why I got burned out really quickly. But you know, like, it happened. And so yeah, I was like working out all the time, working hard, working late. Honestly though, just not working efficiently, which is why I think it led to my downfall. Not downfall, but you know, I think that's why I got burnt out really quickly, because although I was working really hard, I wasn't working smart. I was always and still kind of always just distracted easily. You know, you don't really realize how much using your phone really just slows you down, but it does. Like, I was always just distracted, and because I was distracted, I wasn't working smart. So I was working longer on something that should take me like 2 hours. It would take me like 3.5 hours or so, because I just, you know, kept stopping to do other things or trying to multitask and just trying to do so much that I wasn't doing anything at all. And it's really what it is. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like in January, I wish I filmed a recap video at January, but knowing me, honestly, I just kept deleting them. I did, because I did film a February recap and I deleted it. I wish I didn't. I was just so sad, honestly, by the end of January, because I started getting burnt out really quickly. I think in like the last week of January into early February, I was just done. I was over it. And it's interesting because at first I was feeling burnt out physically, like I was just tired, like I wasn't really in the mood to work out. But that's a lie, actually. At first I was starting to feel burnt out mentally. I was just kind of feeling low, but I was very still consciously conscious of that. So I was maintaining my habits, but starting to like reel back like the overproductive side of myself and just focusing on mental health, but still maintaining physical good habits, right? And that was okay. That was relatively sustainable. I think that's when I filmed my getting back into a routine video, I think, because yeah, I was still very like aware that, yo, you need to dial back the productivity, but you know, the good habits they're doing the thing. And the interesting thing about it, you know, I look back, the reason I was able to maintain those good habits, I talked about it in that video, is because those good habits weren't really focusing on being productive. They were focused on taking care of myself, which I am so grateful to say that, you know, throughout all of this, like throughout feeling burnt out and like going through these different phases, those habits that I've been focusing on this year so far have really been in my best interest. Things like just drinking water, things like doing my, I'm not going to put that one in there because I'm very like ebb and flow with that, but you know, just making my bed, yo. I never made my bed. And it's definitely a lot easier to make my bed when it's just like a duvet, honestly, because first of all, this is like, I haven't washed the sheets of the duvet. I hate doing laundry. I haven't washed the sheets of the duvet, so this is just the comforter underneath, but it's very easy to like make your bed when you just have to throw a blanket over it. And I'm not complaining because that works for me, because before, when you had to do the sheets and the undersheet, like it's just not for me. But anyways, yeah, with my habits, drinking water, moving my body regularly, not even like a let's exercise every single day kind of thing, just like let's be more active. Let's, you know, 2-3 times a week, let's do something. And when I go to the gym, I don't have full-blown workout routines. Like I stay on the treadmill for about 20 minutes because it's very mindless and it gets me moving, but I don't have to think about how to like what I'm really doing. And honestly, if you guys watch my workout clips, like if you were supposed to scrutinize them, you'll see that all I'm ever doing is just like doing some bicep curls and doing some squats, because to me, it's not really about gains. I guess that's why it's like just very regular. Like I'm just here to move, you know, so I just I just move. Anyways, so yeah, it's been good to maintain. It's been easy to maintain the habits because they're just very sustainable. They're very much focused on me having time to myself, like me getting to enjoying watching a show, me getting to wash my face every morning and every night, and somewhat putting on an outfit, like not getting dressed up, but just doing something that makes me feel good. Because in the past, you know, with some habits, I'd be like, oh, get dressed up every single Tuesday, and I would like put on a full-on outfit and I'm in my house. Like I don't care. And I think that's the thing. I found habits that I actually care about, that make me feel good, I see the results of, and it's not hard. It doesn't take work. I think nowadays the habits that everyone tries to push on people, which is like the wake up at 5 a.m. and the drink your smoothie and the, you know, all of that crap, like it's just why? Like, and that's the thing, is like I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those habits, but I encourage you to ask yourself why. Like, why are you doing that? Why do you care? Is that for you? You know, whatever. So that was a tangent, but that's really an important foundation of everything I'm saying today. Those habits are what saved me in that sense. Like it really just prevented me from being as low as I could get. But anyways, once I got past that first like initial feeling of burnout, right, there was this like lingering, draining feeling that I still felt throughout the rest of February. Like I felt like myself again, but I, in the back of my head, like deep down emotionally, internally, I was starting to have these like very just negative identity crisis kind of thoughts. And those thoughts started coming in once the burnout was passing and I was trying to get back into being productive, because I was starting to realize I just didn't want to, like I just didn't care to be as productive. And I don't really know how to explain this, but all right, put it this way. Before, guys, like in January, I was working every single day. I wake up at 7 a.m., 7:30. I start working for my job either between 8 or 9. And I would work for my job for the 8 hours. I'd probably take like an hour or 2 hour break where honestly I was doing absolutely nothing in the break, like literally just on my phone scrolling on social media, which even though it's very easy and convenient, is just a very draining thing, to be honest. And then once I would be done with that, I would get back to work from like 7 and go straight up till I fall asleep. And we talked a lot in January about establishing a night routine, having a cutoff time, but even then, I was still working so hard and so just intently till around 9 p.m. when I would have my cutoff time. And after my cutoff time, I'd still just be drained. Like, all I would have energy to do is catch up on YouTube videos and sleep. And it just wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't making me happy. It wasn't the vibe. It wasn't the vibe. And I was just getting, I don't want to say depressed because, that's like, I don't think I was depressed, but like, it wasn't it. I just wasn't liking that. I just didn't think, it made me question, is this all I'm here to do? Like, is life gonna just pass me by and every single day I'm just here working and not feeling so exhausted that I don't even want to hang out with my friends because I'd rather take the time to rest. And then when I'm resting, I'm not even resting. I'm just watching other people live their lives, which makes me feel like I have no life because, that starts to build up into like jealousy and just those negative emotions that I don't want to have. Like, in the past few months, I've honestly just been very negative, like very jealous of people, and not jealous in the way that I'm not happy for them, but jealous in the way where all I'm looking on it and thinking about is, why can't that be me? Why is that not my life? Why am I here working hard but not seeing the results? And the reason for that is because all I'm doing is working. That could be my life, like, and not in a way like I want their life, but I could be hanging out with my friends. I could be doing fun shit. But here am I every day working, as if that's all that there is to life. Like, why am I working so hard? And that's what makes me start wondering, why am I working so hard? So this is how I was feeling throughout the month of February, like late February, once I got past the burnout. It's just like, what's the point? I think for the past 2 weeks, I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, what's the point of this? Like, and I'm here trying to like figure it out. What is the point? Like, is it that I need to reassess my life and reassess my goals? But then I look back at my goals and I'll pop them up on the screen, right? My goals are very much goals that I still want to achieve, right? They're very attainable. They're still goals that cater to my lifestyle. But I think the why behind my goals is what needs adjustment. For example, I have a goal about actually, let's start here. I have a goal that says invest in my first property. I think before January was over, I was like, I'm taking this off because I don't care. I don't care about having property. I think it's just one of those things that makes you feel like you're doing something with your life, but I don't want to manage a property. And it's funny because I remember telling my mom, like, yeah, we should go into it. I'm not saying it's not something I'd want to do in the future, but I think in terms of having that on a goal for now, it's like, I'm not money hungry like that, first of all. So a lot of the people that are jumping to buy property, they look on it as a passive income stream. Cool. And that's what I'm saying. It's not like I'm saying, oh, I want a house for myself. I wanted it to flip and sell and do whatever all the rich people do, but I just don't care, so it's like, why is this here? But anyways, one of the goals on here about all right, something as simple as do something outside of my comfort zone each month. I think that's a very interesting goal because that is something that I want, but I feel like sometimes some of these goals, like work out more to feel good versus look good, invest in my appearance, find a hobby I enjoy. I think that's a goal that even though I know at the core I want it, I feel like there's a part of me that's also so interested in showing that to people, like showing people that I can save 10K, showing people that I can afford to buy myself a car or work hard enough to get a car, showing people that I can take weekend trips or go on weekend getaways, and just some of this stuff. It's just like, I think I am very lost when it comes to why I really want my goals, or it's still just being so clouded by other people then feeling proud of me and happy for me that I was able to do this stuff. And so it takes the pressure, or it puts pressure on, to be honest. And when things put pressure on me, it actually just makes me not want to do it. Like when I sit here and I'm like, oh, I need to start a Skillshare course so I can become good at this. I don't know. I just get lazy and I'm just like, I don't see why I'm like trying to prove that I'm capable of doing this stuff. I don't know if I'm making sense. Honestly, I get very exhausted very easily when I talk about my goals sometimes, and I'm feeling exhausted as I speak about it right now. I just get very bored and annoyed and over it because sometimes I just feel like a lot of the things I want to achieve, they're not my goals. Like they're not my thoughts. I think they're goals that I try to take and curate it in a way that's attainable for my current lifestyle. But at the core, I just don't care about the goal. And maybe even some of these, maybe I'm reading them and I think I want them, but maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe that's why I'm getting exhausted as I say it to you. You know, I care about being active, but I don't care to work out every single day. I just don't. And that's okay. But I think at the core of it, I still feel like I should be. So despite the fact that I tell myself, oh, you're just working out because you want to be, internally, I still feel the pressure to be doing everything to my 100% max, and it's draining. I hope this is coming across in a way that makes sense. This is how I've been, you know, this is how my emotions have been throughout the month of February. It's been very like identity crisis, like not knowing what's my original feeling or thought versus, you know, like what I want versus what I think I want. And that's been very draining. Who's calling me? I'll call you back. I'm filming a video. Come on, mommy, what's wrong? I miss you too. Anyways, what's happening? Come. Tell me then now. Sorry about that, guys. You know how the fans are. I'm joking. It's my mom. Anyways, basically, in summary, you know, I want to film a more outlined video talking specifically about the identity crisis because I've been meaning to film that video, honestly. I just haven't yet because it's very personal, to be honest. And when things are really personal, I just feel very uncomfortable really getting into it, which kind of, I guess, leads us into my plan for March and like March goals and all of that. So the theme of March is kind of just prioritizing my social life, as I kind of was trying to do with February. I didn't really do that good a job in February only because I was just reflecting a lot, and it's hard for me to want to socialize when internally I'm going through it. Like I wanted to, I just didn't have the energy to, you know. And I'll actually just share my February goals with you guys. I'll put them on the screen or I'll like overlay something, I don't know. But February wasn't that hot goal wise. Like I just wasn't really doing the thing. And if you even look at it, some of the goals or all the goals that I achieved are the ones that kind of take care of me. All the ones that I didn't achieve had to do with productive shit, and I just didn't care, you know. So for March, I'm really just kind of trying to prioritize things in my own well-being, nothing productive. I think I have a weird relationship, not weird, but just not good relationship with productivity. I've talked about this in the past couple of vlogs. Like I'm definitely coming out of that very hustle mindset that I've been in since COVID. That's when it really just got toxic, and yeah, I'm just ready to kind of reel that back in because it's not maintainable, it's not sustainable for me because I just don't care. I just don't care to be productive anymore like that. So yeah, let me share with you guys my goals for March. Hang out with my friends more, and March is my birthday month, so you know, a lot of good stuff are coming in March. You know, I'm supposed to go to a concert on the 9th. I'm supposed to have a girls' night this weekend. Hopefully I'm not too exhausted to cancel because we were actually supposed to go to brunch today, Sunday, that I'm filming this. But we all honestly were tired, which I think that's something I want to talk about in a different video too. It's like all my friends are just, we're all in different stages right now where we're each just trying to figure ourselves out, and you can just tell collectively that everyone's going through it. Like, and that's why the internet can be so triggering, because it's just like, how are you really gonna sit here drinking your green juice, wake up early, have your productive day, and tell me you're not feeling things? Like, is everyone actually as happy as they're pretending to be? If they are, again, I'm just jealous, and I'm just being very honest about that because I'm exhausted. And I can't even tell you how more exhausted I would be if I was going out every week. But anyways, hang out with my friends more. Just continue on that for March. I definitely did more in February than I did in January, which I love, but I would like to do a bit more. I want to just kind of bring out back that fun personality that I used to have that I feel like I'm losing. I'm still keeping up with my saving financial goals. I want to save 600, invest 100, work more efficiently so it doesn't affect my personal time. This is a very big one, and I've been very good at this. I've actually cut my YouTube videos, if you guys notice, from 2 videos a week to 1 a week. It's been great, honestly. Like, ideally, I would love to do 2. And, you know, I was supposed to have my sister edit my videos, and then one of my friends, she was gonna edit a video for me, and I really considered it. But as far as it goes with like my own personal videos, I like editing them, but I don't, my videos, I say this all the time, they, especially my vlogs, they take a really long time to edit. So anyways, whatever. I've been posting less YouTube videos. I've been you know, with work, like my side job, I've honestly told them like, hey, it would be great if I could get less responsibilities on this and do more in this. When it comes to my actual job, I've been working very efficiently because in the past, I've actually, like, whenever I used to work, I would watch YouTube videos, and it's very distracting, and it honestly used to just take me so much longer to do things. And because I would feel guilty about that, I would work late to make up back, to make sure I'm still doing what I needed to get done in that day. And it's just not efficient. So honestly, just stop not watching as much YouTube and podcasts and all that stuff in the day. Just listening to music or just listening to nothing at all has been helping me with being more efficient. And so yeah, that's something I want to continue in March. Working more efficiently. When I'm editing a video for a client, just do it immediately and just get it out the way and just be more on time, because even that, I was also slacking on deadlines, and that makes me feel like crap, you know. Like, when people count on you to do things, I want to be able to put things forward. So working more efficiently so I can have more me time, being less occupied with the lives of people on social media. That is a very big thing because, like I said, with the jealousy, some negative, like, mean thoughts, like, that I've never really felt like that about strangers. Like, it's not like I'm here wishing bad crap on people's lives, but like, even what I would have just said about, like, you can't tell me you're happy just drinking your green juice and this. Like, of course, at the core, I've always thought that some of that shit is just a facade, right? But I'm never so obsessed with the lives of people that, like, I'm even gonna really comment on it. And that's the thing. It's just like, it's just not my business. It's their lives. But nowadays, I'm just so jealous that I don't have that kind of lifestyle where I can just do nothing, that it makes me feel kind of crappy. And the thing about it is that, again, I just don't believe everyone's just so happy. But again, it's just not my business. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I kind of just want to cut back on the consuming other people's lives kind of thing, because I don't care. Like, it's not my business whether you're faking it or not. It's not. I need to start focusing on myself more and on my mental health and well-being more, and less on how everyone else is doing, you know. Journal at least once a week. I need to get back on that. I reflect a lot. Like, I sit and think a lot, but it's very interesting how deflective, is that a word? How much I deflect my own thoughts when they get too deep. That's a thing that could, again, be a video in itself. I'll sit and have some, like, deep, like, reflective, just in my bed thinking sessions. And the minute I can crack into, like, some deep internal shit, my mind's just like, no, I'm tired. We're over this. Let's move on. And when I actually write on paper, it's harder to push that away because, yeah, I can just stop writing. And if you look at my journal, there are actually a lot of incomplete sentences and paragraphs. And sometimes I'll, like, leave the space as if I'm going to come back and fill it out. But it's harder. It's easier to stay focused on tapping into it when I write versus when I think. Because when I think, I'm just moving on. It's very interesting because, you know, when I was with Dante, as my ex-boyfriend, if you're new, we used to talk a lot about, like, how we're feeling daily. And when we broke up, I realized how much like less I was tapping into my emotions, because I really like I can talk to my friends about it, but I just wasn't like, it's just that the relationship that we had, we just talked about that a lot. It wasn't because he was my boyfriend. It's just how our personalities are. And you know, there are people I can talk about that with, but I mean, I guess it leads into the next point that I have, is be more vulnerable, and not necessarily in a negative way when it comes to my emotions. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and she was, at the end of it, she was just like, and I called her to check in on her and just see how she was doing in life and shit. And she was like, you know, when we have these chats, I feel like it's always about, we're always talking about me, and it's not like you don't share as much. And I'm like, really? Because I thought I was like, I genuinely felt like I was opening up, but I think it's like there's a difference between telling someone what's going on in your life and opening up about how you feel about what's going on in your life, you know. And I feel like I need to do more of that, because yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I really was only ever doing that with Dante, whereas, and there's another friend I do that with, I just don't talk to them as much, so it's like I'm still doing it less frequently. And I do want to do that with my friends more. Like, even when they tell me stuff, I want to know, what do you feel about the situation? Like, the situation, tell me what you're feeling about the situation, because that's how you're really going to know what you feel about things, and understand how to change, what changes to make, and how to stand up for yourself, and how to, you know, just do the best for yourself. My last goal is have a self-care day every week. So yeah, I've been doing good at that. I've been really prioritizing self-care. It's been great. And you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't hate on the aesthetic girlies online, because a lot of what they're doing, it's good stuff, but I think I just really need to like detach from it, so I'm not so consumed by it. And also because they encourage people to spend a lot of money, and I can't afford it, which again makes me feel like shit, and then I go in the loop of feeling like shit, but also no one's telling me to buy this stuff. Life's crazy. Life's been crazy. So that's how my year has been going so far. This video is way longer than I thought it would have been. Oh, 11/11 just passed. Good stuff coming up in March. Concert, Tame Impala. I am pumped. My ceramics class starts in March. I don't know if you guys are gonna see the vlog that I announced. I told you guys that I was starting ceramics, but in case I post this first, which I probably will, because low-key I'm feeling to edit this and post it right now. But yeah, I'm starting ceramics on my birthday. I took my birthday off from work, and I took the day after off because my birthday's a Thursday, so I took the Thursday, Friday off. I took the week off my side job, which is a part-time job. You know, the one that I say is a client, but low-key it's a part-time job. I took the week off that job, and I'm just excited. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my birthday. My friends hate me. Like, first I told them I want to go to the Bahamas. Then I said I want to go to Aruba. Then I said I want to do a cottage trip. Now I want to do a dinner. Now I don't know what I want to do. And now I'm feeling like doing an escape room and just keep it simple and pushing. But, you know, turning 24 on the 24th. So we'll see. You guys will obviously see. I'm gonna vlog. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. It's as real as it gets. And I could go deeper, but this is not as real as it gets. This is still, I feel, very surface level, because the things that are really deep to me, I'm just afraid to put them online. You never know. I don't know. Anyways. Bye guys. Have a good Sunday. If I post this on a Sunday, because we know how I am. And I'll see you guys in the next video.